Thanks for joining us. So I'm sure you've probably been hearing our conversation.
Yes, I
The
have.
prices of food have gone up, and we don't know what the root cause of this. Could you shed some light for us, please?
Well, the year has been very interesting for the agribusiness space. Remember, we started with COVID,
Yeah.
the lockdown. So quite a lot of farmers have actually not participated in farming activities like they would. Then after that, we witnessed quite a lot of, in the Southwest, there was no rain for about 8 weeks. And shortly, before that, there was a 1 month in June full of rain every day. After that, 2 months of no rain. Immediately after that, there was flood in the north, and most of the onions was produced on the lowland. So there was flood, and after that, we had the protest. So we leave things to go out of hand. There's always this north-south issue in the market that has not been managed properly over the years. So that is what is happening now.
But you see, when things go up in Nigeria, it hardly ever comes down. So, so are you telling us that if there's a possibility of finding a way to resolve these internal clashes they're having, these issues between the north-south, that can help resolve this price issue? Because that's the core problem right now Nigerians are facing, especially in the southern part, the cost of food. So is that a major solution, or is there something else you can recommend for the government to do at this time?
Yes. Beyond, the people have been resolving their matters for over 40 years.
Okay.
So they will resolve it. However, it's temporal. It will be resolved as they've been doing it. Every year, you have these issues like twice or thrice in a year. It just doesn't get to the people. But this year is peculiar with the event. However, now dollar has gone up. The onions you are saying you are buying for the Indomies and co, the seeds are imported. France, Netherlands. The cost of dollar is affecting the inflow of the seeds. So government also needs to help to relax the importation of seeds. And let me tell you this also. You and I, when we were here, you say zero importation on tractors. We need more tractors to be more food sufficient. But I tell you, it's about 30% now that they are charging people who, by policy, is zero. So when you get to the port and you go and bring your tractor, it's 30%. There are evidences to show. So government is saying one thing, their agencies are implementing something else.
So if your association, I expect that there will be a farmers association for different, crops. So if there's a farmers association for rice, for instance, why is that body not being able to have a direct link to the Minister for Agriculture or something, so that, these bottlenecks that you mentioned can be brought forward and addressed?
On this.
So, because this is your view, I will say this. Your program speaks the truth at all times. The truth of the matter is most of these associations, they are heavily influenced by government, especially the leadership. The leadership of almost any association in this country, with agree, is heavily influenced. They get the palliatives, they get everything and restrict it. So a lot of times it's not even government, it's the leadership. So check any, from rice to tomato to all this, they just unpick. And so if they say it's 100 naira, eventually it will be 20 naira that will get to the association. So I don't believe in most of the associations. The right guys are not at the helm of affairs. When we talk about NSAS, something that works with NSAS is the value chain ecosystem. Some people were providing music. Some people were providing charging points. Some people were feeding. Some people were cleaning. It involved a lot of value chain that happened, during the protest. But guess what? In the agri sector, we don't have that ecosystem where people are plugging into what looks very minute. So everybody just wants to plant tomato, corn, cassava. Somebody is the driver. Somebody provides logistics. Somebody distributes. So that value chain, the governments in this country across board, federal, state, local government, has not brought value chain approach to agribusiness. The farmers, now they are currently planting their onions. the onions will be too much because everybody planted in all the northern states. It will be too much in February. They will be taking it out, plowing it back into the soil. Now, we need government to give information to them that instead of everybody planting onions across the 19 states in the north, and it's coming out at the same time, can you do some guinea corn? Can you reduce tomato? So now they are doing tomato also. Tomato, a basket, 50 kg basket of tomatoes will also be around 1,500, 2,000. And when it gets to May, June, the prices will rise, to 30, 40. Mark my words, if nothing is done, 2021, between 45 and 50,000, you'll be buying a basket of tomato between May and June.